All right, I've shown some thermal cameras before. Here is one in a little DVM, and you can see it's looking at a hot resistor there. Move the camera down a little bit. There's my hot resistor, right? And so we're going to use that today, just a simple demonstration. So how does a thermal camera work? I did a video on microbolometers. I'll try to remember to put a link down below, but it detects thermal photons. What does it mean by thermal photons? Well, it's light. It's just at a very long wavelength. So you know about infrared light, right? Well, infrared, like an infrared lamp, like in a bathroom or a sauna or something. You know, they get warm, right? And a space heater might have a wound kind of resistor that gets hot and it gives off infrared radiation. And so it's going to detect that, and it uses a lens, right? And so today's video is about the lens. Okay. So what wavelength are we actually detecting here, okay? So let's look at a graph. All right, here's a graph of the wavelengths that a thermal camera sees, a microbolometer thermal camera sees. This is from the FLIR company. And you can see here the wavelength range goes between about 8 microns and 12 microns. Okay, that's kind of its sweet spot. And between 8 and 12 microns. Okay, so where do we see? Well, we see down around 0.4 to 0.7 microns, or way down there in the visible wavelength, 400 to 700 nanometers. This is micrometers. This is much, much longer in wavelength. So we see this light here. So if you're going to make a lens to focus the image, it needs to be transparent at 8 to 10 microns, right? And it needs to be transparent here. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look at some glass, because that's what camera lenses are made out of, right? So here's some different types of materials for lenses. Here's our 300 microns. Here's 0.3 microns. Here's 2 microns. So the visible wavelength range is between here and here. Okay, this is where the human eye can see this wavelength range here. So we're going to choose something here for a camera, right? And so things like soda lime glass, BK7 is a very, very famous optics glass. That's this dashed line, and so it's nice and transparent right here where the visible range is, right? Visible range was about from there to there. And so you can use that. You can use sapphire. It's not as transparent. It's only about 80% transparent. Glass is like 90% transparent. You can use acrylic. That's nice. That's a plastic, clear plastic. All those things are good up there. Fused silica. Yeah, everything's good up there, right? Okay, so those are great. But then out here in the micron range, they become opaque. They don't transmit that light. So like this optics glass, this BK7, is dead by 3 microns. And what did we say? Well, we said we wanted to be 8 to 14 microns. Well, that's even off the page. That's over here somewhere. And so all of these choices are completely opaque. They're completely black. They won't transmit any of those photons, right? So none of these things will work except for maybe this. What is that? It comes up and then it kind of goes straight out. That's really, really weird, okay? So we got to remember that one. That one is germanium. Well, that's weird. I've never heard of a lens made of germanium, but maybe it's for making LEDs or sensors or something like that. They put it on the graph here. Okay, germanium, and so it goes out here. That you make diodes out of that, right? The old germanium diodes, and so that goes out that way. All right. Let's look at a different graph. Here's the same graph. It's got a lot of those same things. And once again, humans see between about here and here. Okay, so this is kind of the normal range here. So some things are working out here, but this one's looking at much, much longer wavelengths. So what are we interested in? We're interested in about 8 to there. Okay, so we're interested in things here. Okay, so what's really good there? Well, these kind of work. Magnesium fluoride, calcium fluoride, they kind of die though. They're kind of steep. Maybe this one's a good one. We can use that, the orange one. That's zinc selenide. Yeah, zinc selenide is really good there, okay? But it's only about 70% transmission. Okay, here's another one. Here's another flat one there. What is that one? That one is, hey, guess what? Germanium. So germanium's good, but it's only about 50% transparent. but it's nice and passes all of those wavelengths. So really the only choices here are zinc selenide, zinc sulfide, and germanium. So silicon doesn't work. Silicon's kind of there also. So really we only have a couple choices here. All right. And so what do they make lenses out of? Well, they could make them out of zinc selenide, but it's expensive, okay? So they make them out of germanium. This lens here is a germanium lens, and this little lens that pops over is germanium. It is germanium. And so, yeah. It's possible that some of these are zinc selenide, but I think it's too expensive. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these are germanium. The color kind of makes me want to think it's zinc selenide, though, which it could be. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so let's do a test over here. We'll go back to our hot resistor, okay, and let's get it on camera here. Move this down. Okay, there is our hot resistor on camera. All right. Now I'm going to take a microscope slide. Can you see it? There's a clear microscope slide, okay? And I put it over the display here. It's absolutely clear. But if I pass it under here, you can see that it's completely opaque, okay? The light is completely blocked by this little thin piece of glass because it won't let any of those 8 micron photons get out. So you can see, yeah. I had one question of a viewer. He says, well, if you don't have a macro lens, can you just use one of those little clip-on lenses you put on your iPhone? No. It has to be zinc selenide, zinc sulfide, or germanium. It's got to be one of those, right? And this one has, we'll flip it in. This one has a nice close-up lens, so we can look really, really close at that hot object. Okay, there you go. All about IR lenses.